All right, let's talk about talking. My name is Greg. You're watching How to Play Paintball. Okay, so someone was asking about, and yes, I do try to take screenshots. If you guys have something that you want me to talk about, I'm more than happy to do that. I want to put stuff out that you guys enjoy. But someone was asking me basically about how is it that you can work together as a team, and a lot of that is going to come from the communication that you have on the field. So what I wanted to do was kind of talk about how it is that you should be talking on the field, and there's some situations that you actually don't want to talk. I know that's weird, but I wanted to go into that a little bit, so let's actually just jump on. So before we jump into it, I did want to say a huge thank you to To Play Paintball, who now has a brand new Air Ups field, so it's great to be able to be out here. If you're in the Winter Haven area, be sure to come over and say hi. Be sure to talk to Danny. He is a huge supporter. Actually, the whole team in Markham is a huge supporter of the Kings, as well as How to Play Paintball, so they're basically family. So yeah, be sure to support those that support the channel. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to kind of go through, I guess the best way to discuss about communication is to kind of talk about the different roles on the field and kind of what is your main goal and main mission while you're actually playing. So the first one I wanted to talk about was your back players. So let's say that like I kind of play like a 2 spot. This could even be a kind of a 3 spot. So what you want to do with this kind of a thing is your job is to protect the guy in front of you. So you want to be asking him, hey, what's keeping you in? That kind of stuff, because it might be that you just need to wrap a little bit. This actually happened today where I was shooting back at someone and going, hey, all right, what's keeping you in? I have a lot better of a view of the field than someone that's playing in front of me. Especially if I'm standing up in a taller bunker like this, I'm able to look out and see a lot more of what might be stopping them, but there might be a cross shot of something that I can't see, that it might just be, oh, okay, I got your tape, all right, I got that guy in, go. And that kind of a thing is something that you can do to kind of slingshot your player. But the communication for someone that's a back player, it's really important as well. When you're sitting there shooting, you want to look over and kind of talk to the other guys on the field as well. When I'm playing like this, if I'm yelling this way, I have a bunker in the way, I have my mask on, and as great as my CMD is, if I'm yelling into a bunker, it's going to be hard for it to actually get to the other side of the field. So if I'm sitting here shooting and I talk this way, I still have my paint going downfield, so I'm able to still do my job of protecting the guy in front of me, but also communicate cross field. Because if I don't tell someone on that side of the field, someone that just moved up, and they get shot by that guy, that's now my fault. So you don't want that to be the case, that someone moves up further in the field and you don't tell anyone about it. So the next thing I want to talk about with communication is if you're kind of like a mid or a front player. So someone that is trying to get that push, and it's going to tie into a little bit of what is happening on the on your back players. But let's say that I'm playing front here. I'm playing in the front Dorito. This could be the snake as well. If I'm posting inside somewhere, it's really important, and this actually goes for all positions on the field, it's really important to make sure that I'm saying, hey, I'm on this, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm shooting at, this guy is on me. You don't want it just to be, it's this bunker, this bunker, this bunker, and that's where they're at. Because I could try to run somewhere, and that guy now shoots me because I didn't know that he was crossed or, keeping someone in. So at least this way, you can sit here and sit there and shoot and still be able to say, like, all right, hey, I'm on this Aztec, what are you doing? And that kind of stuff you can communicate with your back players, as well as even if, let's say that this was the back position and someone in front of me, hey, I'm on this, what's keeping you in, that kind of stuff. With this, also, if I'm sitting here shooting on something, hey, can you put this guy in, I want to go. All right, now this is where the communication really takes a big step, and this is something that lower divisional players are going to have a huge jump in their abilities at a tournament if they incorporate this. Is I want to move down the field. I want it to be that, I can get to this position. Make sure that the guy behind you or whoever it is has taken over that zone. Don't just sit there and take off, because maybe that guy now can move because no one took over that gap and then you get shot. It should be, hey, I want to go. Okay, I got that gap, go. And then you go. The guy behind you says, I'm on that, or hey, I need someone to post this way, that kind of a thing. Also, when you're playing in front, you want to be talking to the guy behind you, because, hey, do you have my tape? Do you have the outside of the bunker? Because I want it to be that I can just focus on this, especially because if I play like this, I'm showing a lot more. So if I can push more into the bunker and I have a smaller profile, now I'm able to do a little bit more, and I don't have to worry about someone running me down and bunkering me because the guy behind me is still alive. So getting into that whole thing with players being alive or not, it's really important to know not only the kill count of the other team, but also how many players are dead on your side of the field. Because it could be, hey, you know, Brian is dead behind you. Well, now my job has switched. I need to say, okay, I'm switching over to the tape, or hey, I need you to switch this way. I need you to cross, or hey, you know, Steve, or whoever it is, I need you to cross this way so we can keep this gap. So that way all the zones are covered, because ultimately you want it to be that you can see someone get into those particular positions. It's better to at least know where they're at than to just let them make a move and no one has a clue, and then that guy takes off and shoots, you know, 3 or 4 guys. So you don't want that to happen. So if someone does get shot behind you, say their name. Hey, this person got shot, or if you have a code for it or something, you know, red 1 may mean that you have lost a body. Red 2 is now we're down 2 bodies. You can use whatever code you want. It's going to be whatever's effective for you guys. So maybe you have some weird inside joke. That's fine. You can use that, but it should be something that carries well and also is going to tell everyone exactly what it is that just happened. Hey, fire Brian, or red 1 Brian, whoever it is that just got shot, because it needs to be that you are communicating with everyone so that all of those zones are covered. Oh, Brian was covering this spot. Now I need to switch this way and now post this way, and now this is my job to make sure that someone doesn't move up that side of the field. So something else that I want to talk about is repeat every single thing that you hear. This is an issue that a lot of teams have and is something that's very easily fixed. If I hear someone say, this bunker is now shooting this way, or, you know, this guy moved into here, I just need to repeat it so that my teammate now knows that I know what just happened. So that's something that is really important to make sure you are doing. All right, guys, and the last thing that I want to talk about is there are going to be times that you don't want to say anything, and this is where players behind you, or, you know, people that are around you or close to you, it's really important for them to know or to have an eye on you so that they know that you're still alive, but you're not talking for this reason. This is going to be something that is one of those moves that maybe on a particular field, the center is something that you can get up to and be really sneaky in, and you don't want them to know that you're there, because that means someone's going to come bunker you and you miss a shot because, you know, that kind of a thing happens. Or maybe you're really far up the snake or really far up the Dorito side and the other team has no clue. If I scream back, this is what's happening, now all of them know exactly where I'm at. So this is something that's important for the players behind that person that just made a really good move. Let them stay up there, and it just needs to be, all right, hey, so-and-so's alive, or maybe you have a code for, we have a guy really far in the snake for us. Our guy is alive in the center of the field, and on the Dorito side, this guy is alive further up the field. So that way you know, okay, we didn't lose a body. It's just that he's really far up the field and not going to say anything because he might be waiting for a move from someone else. All right, guys, so that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this is something that helps you guys out. As weird as it sounds, there are times that you want to not talk, but a lot of it is just communicating. I'm shooting at this guy. I'm on this gap. You know, if you have a code for that kind of thing, that's good to incorporate into your gameplay so that way someone on the other side of the field also doesn't hear, hey, I'm on the Dorito 1, you know, okay, well, now the other guy knows that, hey, the center's on me, or, you know, whatever it is that might be the case. So I hope that this is something that helps you guys out. This is a crash course on actually having communication. So this is not going to be a end-all, be-all. There are going to be times where you get up the center and you do need to talk because you need to communicate with someone else what you just saw, or they already know that you're there, or maybe you want them to know that you're there. So there's times where you want to talk and times that you don't want to talk. So some of that's going to be by gameplay. So I hope that this is something that at least gives you a start into how to better communicate with your team on the field. So thank you again for watching, and as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.